Good morning. I never do these, so this is so weird for me. But I'm doing a few things in my room today that I get a lot of questions about, like covering a desk, covering a filing cabinet, stuff like that. That is pretty simple, but it's kind of hard to show on Instagram stories just because it would take so long. So I usually just show snippets and then I get a bunch of questions. So I thought, well, let me just record it and see what happens. Our windows are really big, like the door, because it's actually like an emergency exit. So I just piled up all the bags of stuff I have outside my window, and I'm gonna open the window from the inside and bring them in. That way I don't have to carry all this stuff. I'm gonna mask up and go inside, and then I will show you what's in there. Okay, we are in my classroom. First thing I did was hit the air, and then now I'm going to get all these bags in. Okay, I know that looked like just a ton of stuff, but these are all those containers from the Dollar Tree. So I think I have like 23 of these right now. I would like to find 3 more. So I'm gonna keep looking for that. And then I did get new little tidy tubs for each table from the Dollar Tree because they were the right color and they're a little bit smaller. And then I got 2 photo keepers because I'm doing making little reading kits for each kid to put in their book bin, just with things they need for reading. The math kits are manipulatives that they need for math so that everyone has their own. Nobody's sharing or touching anybody else's. So another thing I'm doing today, which also get a bazillion questions about, and I never know how to answer because it's not easy to answer, so I'm going to try to show you guys today. I made a new calendar for here. The reason I've never put it up for sale or to share is because it is like pieced together, and I've hot glued it really well, but this is one sheet of paper. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sheets of paper that are all hot glued together, laminated individually and hot glued together. I have never tried to send it to a printer. I've never tried to print it on a printer maker or what is it called, poster maker. I've just made it work. So I don't know if anybody's like interested in something like that, but I will show you guys how I put this together. This is how it looks when I have it all printed and laminated. The trickiest part here is you want to make sure you cut off, like you cut right up against the lines on like this side, and then you leave the white space on this side so that you have a place to glue. size difference. I had those respect posters. Those are from Laura Santos if you're looking for them, Core Inspiration. I never had those up here before, but I'm doing it this year, so I kind of needed a smaller calendar over there, because normally I just have my calendar and then birthdays, and birthdays did not take up as much space as this does. So we will see. Hopefully the numbers I printed out fit. I printed this calendar. I saved it as a PDF and printed it at 90%, and I printed the numbers at 90% too, so they should fit perfectly. And then all I do is Velcro dots, obviously. And then for the month, it's in 2 pieces. You can see that I just hot glued together because the months were bigger than a sheet of paper. And instead of having this over here on this one, I went ahead and did the year. I thought that would be a better use of the space. So I'm gonna put this one up in its place, and then I'll get the Velcro dots on and I'll show you guys what it looks like. starting to cut out the months, and the way they come is like this. So I'm just cutting right around the edge, and then I'm cutting off the extra white space on this one and leaving it on this one so I can hot glue. have my 2020 made because I printed, laminated, and then it got stuck in the laminator and got all crinkled. So, and I didn't have any more lamination pouches. So I need to bring some more home today. I should have reprinted it and brought it in. That's what happens when you don't write stuff down. So let's put these up. This happens to be a month where the 1st is on a Saturday and it should be here. Sometimes it happens. It's typically only on a weekend, so I kind of just let the date go because we're not here anyway. I guess what I could do is I could make some like triangular half pieces. I don't know, I might play around with something like that. But this is what it looks like. And then what I did was I didn't have this for my old one, but I think this is gonna be so helpful for me for remembering kids' birthdays, is I made a birthday for every color. So if the birthday falls on, let's say, a teal day, I can just take the teal birthday and then it still follows the color pattern. Let's put a couple of these up here just to try it out. And then let's say one is on like the lavender birthday. So I can, you know, my Enneagram 1 really needed that. And then what I did, I also didn't have this, which I wish I would have made for my last calendar, is no school days. So I made 2 weeks worth of colors. So when we do winter break, I can put up like the full 2 weeks in December and it will go with the color order. Not super necessary, but I love it. I am so happy with this. I probably, if I did it again, I would have left a little bit more white space on the top. I didn't think about that. But you know what? I'll show you where I keep all of this kind of stuff. For the months that we're not using it, I have this little bucket. This has all of the old style in it. Some of these in here for, I was gonna give those away and I did it in December. I just keep all the months in here ready to go, and then the number card. Okay, I trimmed up the top a little bit and I'm looking at it from across the room and I love it. I added the border. I usually have like a border in between my calendar and whatever's over there. Usually it's birthdays, but now it's my respect posters. And I have some extra. I'm gonna show you guys what I do, what I started doing with these this year, is I just put this in my classroom library. And I've just been sticking all the little extra pieces of border in there for like emergency bookmarks. I'll probably end up doing like a little label right here. I have stickers in here because this used to be like on my teacher desk. So I need to get those out and then figure out if there's anything else that would go well in there for my classroom library. One project done, calendar. This one, I guess I'll see if anyone on my team wants it, and then if not, ooh, lost you. My awesome principal has put out a free table for us to bring things to put out for people to take within the building. So if nobody on my team wants it, I will bring it down there. I am procrastinating love it so much when it's done. The next project I think we're gonna work on is my cabinet doors. I made labels for all of these doors and drawers for what's in them. So I'm gonna clean them with Clorox wipes. They're pretty gross. And then we will hot glue the labels on. Hot glue I love because you can pull it off and then you can take a scraper and just scrape off the remnants, anything that's left on. So nice, clean, if you ever have to take it off. I don't know where to look in this thing. I keep looking over here, but I should probably actually be looking over there. Okay. So yeah. Is in these. So this one says tissues and books. There's a bunch of books up here. Most of them are just book sets. And then down here I've got tissues because when we run out of tissues, I want the kids to be able to come over and get a box out, not me have to climb up there every time. So I try to keep some down here where kids can reach. These are some pencil boxes from years past. This one is all paper. So in the top I've got white, black, and browns, blues and greens, oranges and yellows, reds and pinks, and violets and purples. So all this paper was in here when I got here. I just went through, it was all kind of a mess. I organized it, separated it by color, and put it in the drawers. This one is folders and notebooks and Ziploc bags. Okay, prepare yourself. This, not kidding you, like, except for this and then those blue folders that I brought with me that I bought as extras in years past and just held on to, for any kids who didn't have any, and then I just ended up not needing them, so they've kind of stacked up over the years. But this, most of this was all in here when I got here. What I am keeping here is, this is old stuff, but I'm going to replace it with this year's stuff. Most of it's electronic anyway, though, but I don't know. I try to keep folders to send home with kids, like new students, on their first day with things, you know, forms that I need back or whatever. But most of it's electronic this year because our virtual sneak peek is virtual this year. So we'll see what happens with that. I might not need those this year. Down here I've got this bucket of tape. I've just been using this a lot while I set up my room, so I kind of just kept a bunch of Ziplocs. I try to keep like 1 sandwich, 1 quart, 1 gallon, 1 snack size down here. And then I've got some, my mom gave me these years ago, these nacho trays. She was like, they'd be great for like if you're painting or something or doing like a craft, and each kid can have their own little individual set. Never needed that before, but may need those this year. I got some cups back there, and then shaving cream for cleaning and dry erase markers for not dry erase markers, magic erasers for cleaning. So it's kind of cleaning, I don't know. Could that be, is that the junk drawer, I guess, of my cabinets? So it just says folders and notebooks and Ziploc bags, just to give me an idea of what's in there. This one is all cleaning supplies. So again, all these Clorox wipes were in here. Vases and vases I keep because there are times when kids bring you flowers for teacher appreciation or your birthday or whatever. So I like to keep some in here so we can take care of the beautiful flowers they bring in sometimes. This is kind of what the students use to clean, like on my maintenance crew, so I try to keep this all in a basket. This is for watering our plants. I need to get more duster refills, and then our little dustpan. Some trash bags, wipes, and then another big box of trash bags. So I kind of just put it like that, and that way kids can easily access that. Close that up, and another project done. I feel like we could do a whole little welcome to my cribs version of this closet. I cannot get over how many people tell me they do not have closets in their building. I'm like, who's designing these buildings and where do they expect you to keep all your junk? So this is the closet. I had like a few random little things like that up there that I needed to put a label on. So we're gonna put labels on a couple of things. For all the little projects. So this is my teacher toolbox. I cannot find this exact one like anywhere anymore. This one's really old. I got it 5 or 6 years ago. If I show you the top, it's like starting to chip. Hold on, I'll show you. It's starting to chip the paint. It was like blue sparkly underneath. I think I got it at Lowe's or Home Depot. And not a big deal. I usually have stuff on top of it anyway, but I do want to update my labels. These are the newest ones I've made. Wanted to do a little refresh on it. I don't know. I'm going clean and simple for this year because everything in our life is going to have to be cleaner and simpler. what I use on a daily basis and what I really do not need in here. Like when I first did this, I had a drawer that said chapstick. I don't ever keep chapstick in this thing. I'm starting to put together my reading kits. So I have my set of containers from Michael's. I'm just putting a label on them. A label. Okay, I've got 24 kits ready to put together. I have up to 30 numbers, but they said I should, as of right now, I should have between 20 and 22. So I'm making 24 of everything just in case, you never know. So let's go ahead and start putting these together with some stuff. So reading kit, here's what's going inside. The only thing I don't have right now is, I'm not putting a pencil in here right now. They can put a pencil in here when they get here. But putting some googly eyes for reading. Some of you asked what these are for. If they are finger tracking, I let them wear their googly eyes as long as they're not being a distraction. They are a tool, not a toy. Post-it notes, highlighter. I'm gonna put in one of these pieces of border that I told you I'd use as bookmarks. And then this is another bookmark they can use. This is a tip I got from my first teaching placement, like internship. These are just, what are they called? Like the binder dividers. And they're just cut into strips. And they are great for kids to use as like almost a highlight for reading. And they put it on top of wherever they're reading and they kind of scroll down the page. Some of them like to put it right under where they're reading. Some of them like to put what they're reading right in the middle. Leave it up to them, but they're just kind of, they're not perfect. They're just cut up. Some are thinner, some are thicker. So I'm gonna stick one of these in here, maybe. We'll see if that works. Yep, and there's a reading kit. Playing around working on the math kits right now. This is what they look like so far. Eventually I would like to, I'll show you what's inside. Eventually I would like to add their own individual deck of cards in these little boxes. I think these are like $1 at, sometimes you find them at Target, sometimes you find them at Dollar Tree, Michael's. was trying to look on here and see if I could tell where these are from. Doesn't say, but they're actually plastic crayon boxes. They fit a deck of cards perfectly. Would eventually like to add that in here, but for now what I have is, I have a little bag of 100, 10s, and then a handful of ones. I have 8 extra of the little small photo keepers, which fit a set of base 10 blocks perfectly. I don't think I'm gonna go get another one. I don't think I am to do this, just because when you put that in here, it takes up a ton of space. But the Ziploc bag works great. They have a set of 20 snap cubes. This came in these little, like I showed on Instagram. I found these in my closet. They're by Envision Math, and they are individual student manipulatives kits. Found them in my closet when I got here, so I took the snap cubes out, left that as it was. They had a little clock in here. My favorite is the clocks that, you know, when you move the hour hand, the minute hand moves, but this will work fine. They have a foam die. I have a bunch of dice I've been collecting over the years. I think I should have enough foam for every kid to have a foam one. Looks like I do. Foam's my favorite because they're quiet. If I have to add a second one, I don't think I have enough for everybody to have 2 foams, so I would have to get more, but for now we'll stick with 1 and see how it goes. I've got a ruler in here. For rulers, if you're gonna put rulers in these kits, you're gonna want something with a little bend to it, because I'm having to put it right across the middle to fit. I did a little piece of felt and a dry erase marker in a snack size bag. And then these came in the kit as well, 20 color tiles. It also came with a pattern block set, 27 pattern blocks. I don't think, just for space, I'm gonna leave these in there. I think I'll keep them off to the side in these bags that they originally came in. And then when we need them, I can put them in there. But these can work as, you know, there's so many different uses that you can use these for. Also, I was gonna put some counters in here, which, who knows, I may end up. These are all just like a complete mix of every kind of counter, every kind of circle counter. So I was thinking, if they were playing a game or something, this could be their pieces, instead of adding another thing in there. So we'll see how it goes. So for now, this is what it looks like. And that's everything in there. And got the little label on the front, and I'm going to go through and do the rest. What I love about this is it's individual for the classroom, and then like I said with the reading kits, if we all of a sudden had to close, this is something I could send home with them. I would hope I'd get them all back, you know, but I would much rather have them use them at home and risk not getting it back than them not having this kind of stuff at home to use. So this is great. I could grab this, I could grab the reading kit, I could put it in their backpack or a bag and send it home if we were gonna close. So I'm gonna keep going with these 12 kits done. I'm gonna stop there because I'm getting super hungry, and I only have 1, 2, 3 of these math kits left, which means I only have 3 sets of like Unifix cubes, the little foam squares, and the clocks left. So that's enough to get me 15, and then I gotta figure out the rest. I think I have enough base 10 blocks for everybody else. I do need another set of rulers. All the other rulers I have are the just regular hard ones, or ones that I've written on that I like to use in small group for teaching, so I don't want to give those away. So I am gonna have to get some more rulers. I think I have some like regular clocks, some like the little regular yellow clocks that I could use if I had to. I don't know, I'm just gonna like price this out and see what the deal is. I ended up not putting money in there because money is part of our classroom economy job system, so I don't feel like they need to have that in there because they're gonna have it in their little separate wallet in their desk. But yeah, 12 done is pretty good. I mean, I'm planning for 24 of everything. They said 20 to 22, so 12 is pretty good. And I think I'm gonna get out of here. I'm hungry. That's gonna be it for me in here today. It's about 1:45. I got here about 8:30, so it's been a pretty good, productive day in here. I felt like we got a lot done. So thank you for coming along, and I will see you next time.